just want to I'm not going to say anything about the movie. We should all just watch it and enjoy it together. But I really do want to thank from the bottom of my heart all the people who were involved in the making of this movie, the executive producers, everyone in the cast that's here, everyone in the crew that's here, the designers, the department heads. Am I missing anyone? Also Magnolia, the distributors, my God, thank you for taking the chance on me. And then I have to thank the American Cinematheque because, first of all, for lending their kind of prestige, for putting a little sheen of prestige and cinephilia on this movie, thank you. But also, they screened Death of a Cheerleader, not here, but at Los Feliz 3, when I was writing something else entirely, and then I saw that movie and I totally pivoted and switched gears. I was like, no, I don't do that. And Kelly Martin's here. Sorry, Kelly Martin's in the goddamn building. But anyway, so thank you to American. Your programming has led me down this path. So thank you. I don't know if I should say anything else unless I'm forgetting something so obvious. I love you all. Please enjoy the movie. We'll have so much fun. And stick around after. I'm going to be doing a short discussion with the legend JD Samson. Please, after the credits, we'll have this discussion. Thank you again. Bye. It's really, really nice. I mean, it's really nice to hear it loud enough. I've gone to some weak sound screenings, and the kind of intensity of it really helps people understand the kind of bluntness of both the comedy and the emotion, which really helped tonight. But it was also thrilling to feel the funny parts of it received so vocally, which I kind of haven't. I've experienced, but not to this degree, and that was really thrilling and also kind of terrifying.
Well, yeah, I mean that's such a major confusion as an audience member.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be laughing right now? Am I supposed to be crying? I did cry and laugh.
I'm thrilled. Yeah.
When Maddie makes lunch, it's
at the end. Yeah, I know that.
So beautiful. But so was your expectation when writing, directing, making the film, was the response of the audience similar to what you expected?
I don't know. I mean, I really didn't know. I wanted it certainly to be for people to laugh in this way, and I heard some sniffles as well. I wanted that too, obviously. But it really, it was for me an experiment in just kind of swinging really hard in every direction and hiring a group of actors who I know can commit with intensity and not be so kind of worried about the distinctions between comedy and drama, not get hung up on those things. And I really, to me, the plan was always just commit and then let the chips fall where they may tonally. And there are times, so there are times in the movie where it feels really hard comedy, and sometimes where it feels really hard drama to me, and sometimes where it feels totally integrated and mysterious. And so it always is kind of a wild ride with every audience. It's it's something very different with different audiences.
Yeah. I first of all just need to call out that you made me a canapé a few weeks ago, and so I
did
feel
you
really
like
lucky.
it?
What?
Did you like
I
it?
loved it.
Okay.
Wait, can you just tell everyone what it was?
Okay, well, it was my riff on something from JD Samson. Literally. It's something that I had dinner with JD and some friends, and I made a little crostini that used to be at a restaurant, it's no longer on the menu, and I'm carrying the torch. It's a kind of a dehydrated thin slice of country Italian bread, a cold slab of butter, an anchovy with marinated Calabrian chili, thinly sliced shallot. Parsley. Thank you, Kate. Parsley, lemon juice, and then a little blanket of thinly mandolin Parmesan. It sounds like something it did not pop and explode in your mouth.
It made the whole dinner.
Thank you.
But more than anything, I want to know was cooking a part of your life before this?
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the pie.
No, I was. And then I changed my mind because I was afraid I didn't want to upset you.
No, I think it's actually really important to the movie that we
Okay,
also talk about
so
pie.
John was like, I'm going to bring over a pot. And then he's like, oh, I put it in my backpack.
And I biked to the dinner. I bought the pie at a little store, and then I remember I opened my backpack and I went, this is not going to fit flat. And I knew that it was wrong, but and I put it in like a binder, vertically, and then when I got to the place, it was, of course, the pie had went, and it was in the side of the box.
It was a key lime pie.
Yeah. It had no like structural integrity and it all went down. And I took it out and I was like, wait, what? And I actually do think that's important because it's easy for me to go up here and talk about my kind of artistic and like my ambitions to be kind of crude and blunt in a kind of Paul Verhoeven way, but it's like there's no smarter movie. There's no smarter, more literary version of this movie that exists. When I write as stupidly as I write, it's from the heart.
Everything you do is from the heart.
Thank you.
But okay, so there have been references to Kate's Secret.
Yes, not
the
broken.
80s. Was it an after-school special movie?
It was a movie of the week. It wasn't targeted towards the teens, although I've heard from Meredith Baxter herself that, who's in the movie Kate's Secret, I've heard that they rolled it in on the TV for her daughter in science class, and she was like mortified. But yes, it's a mid-80s TV movie of the week that was on like network television, later bought by Lifetime and rerun and gained a kind of cult following. But it's about a bulimic housewife, and this is kind of a contemporary internet age retelling that no one asked for.
Right. So, did you originally think I want to remake this movie, or were you already working on something?
No, I just was in a tone. I was like, I want to make something that's very cheap with my friends, that has this kind of, like high style 50s melodrama kind of tone, cadence, whatever. And I specifically wanted to play a character like that. I just really wanted to build something around, like me playing like an angel. And truly. And it was just making me laugh, thinking like just talking like that, and having everyone around be like, "You're so amazing." Like, that was really making me laugh. And I specifically was like, what was funny to me was taking an old kind of style and superimposing it on like contemporary life, like the internet, the phone, and having like this like miserable thing, this just gray, awful, bleak
like talk about, I don't know, queerness and like body image, and also I mean, before we get to that, like where was Ozempic at in terms of like the writing of this film?
It wasn't where it is now, but it was definitely like, it was a very inconvenient time to write this movie. Like, because it was like, there was something, obviously, I was shooting myself in the foot in some ways by like, tapping into this like uniquely kind of 80s, not just genre, but almost like the subject matter of bulimia feels passé, even though of course people still are bulimic. But like, in the age of Ozempic, that's like kind of one of the weird things about Ozempic, what's confusing about it, and what's also confusing simultaneously about like body positivity, is that there's kind of nowhere, or at least I felt as a person who obviously doesn't, I'm not thrilled with my body because I'm an American, and like I'm a human being, but like, there's kind of nowhere to put my kind of like ugly feelings about myself in the age of body positivity, and I find myself like with my friends, I find myself falling into this kind of tone of like, what do you mean by healthy? Like that's like something I do to make light of my own insecurities, to fall into like an older genre where you could be like, Mama, I'm hideous, So like, look at me, you can't really do that anymore. You have to like,
I mean, it's actually interesting because I've been thinking a lot about it, and I'm like, okay, so there's this like binary, right? There's like, looks maxing, you know what I mean? And then there's like, on the other side, like,
looks maxing didn't exist. Right, this 5 minutes ago, yeah.
But then there's like this ultra, like body positivity, like whatever, but they're both a performance, like, and everyone is in between it to some degree.
Yeah, it's all online, and it's...
Yeah, but it's interesting to think about the way that we, can portray that, like, within a genre, I guess, and I think that that's, like, it's really cool to think of it as horror, like we're in this place where we're struggling to fit into this fake binary and this fake, like, and then it brings me to like the question of gender, which was like such a obviously complicated position for you to be directing as John, and to be playing the character of Maddie, and I just wonder what that power dynamic was, I guess.
Well, it's a very good question, because it was a power dynamic. It was very strange. I don't know, it was very, very strange. I've essentially kind of, I've done a lot of stuff where I've made my own work, and I've like, kind of like, I've seen myself in an editing room and kind of objectify myself, it's been fine, it's not, but this was like something different altogether. I found it to be totally insane when in the more emotional scenes, like when Julie dies and stuff, like, I felt kind of crazy when I was like crying on the floor, and then I'd be like waiting for the director to call cut. And then I would call cut, and then I would stand up, and then I would like wait for the director to come over and like, and I was just like, okay. It was crazy.
Was that a moment where like the casting crew like laughed?
The Julie stuff?
Just like when you were in those moments, like, like transitioning, was it like funny on set?
It was, I don't know, it was more mysterious. I don't know, maybe they could probably speak to it, but they don't have a fucking microphone. I kind of assumed there would be more like, I'm Maddie, now I'm John, we get all that kind of quality to the process. But I actually truly not in a method way. It just was like so, like being in the wig, it was so infectious. I just always kind of like wanted to be there. And it was so tender to me the way a lot of crew members that I didn't know before this movie, like a lot of straight guys, like doing the heavy lifting, you know, would be like, they'd be like, hey, Maddie. They'd be like, how's it going, Maddie? And I'd be like, good, thanks. You know, it was so sweet. So it was like, it was a little blurry. And everyone also, the funniness, like everyone somehow magically understood the tone, or at least the kind of risk, you know, the tonal risk. Like, so it wasn't like, you know, there was laughter on set, but I also, like, it was really beautiful. We would do dramatic scenes. It wasn't like, okay, now we need to shift into a more dramatic mode. Like, it wasn't like, shh. You know, it just was like, it all felt the same, the funny stuff and the dramatic, and we were moving so quickly that there was kind of no time to experience any of it.
Right. I mean, you were working with legends, so.
Yes.
So, yeah. I also went to high school at Venice.
What?
But she wanted me to say that, so I said it would.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah. Okay, so who was like the top though, you or Maddie?
Wait, is this how we're doing it?
Yeah.
Who won?
Yeah.
Maddie, I think. I don't know.
Maddie was daddy?
Well, Maddie is daddy, that's the thing. Like, she is kind of like, there is this power she has in her sweetness that she, like the moment where she says, I'm pregnant to Jake, Danny, Cher, and I he edited the film. There were like all these takes of me saying I'm pregnant where I would like, my eye would like dart out, where you see the lie forming, where I would like kind of grab the lie in my mind and then say it. But we chose the one take where my eyes don't move, because it was like, because I was like, I'm pregnant. Because it's like, she's like a ninja.
Yeah.
Like the kind of good girl thing, the armor is so finely calibrated and built around her over the years that she can lie like that. She can say the thing that would like please him without even thinking, you know.
Yeah, but then like, do you feel? I mean, I feel like she just gets more and more daddy. And she's got her boots up on the desk.
Yeah. That is from Kate's Secret. Kate's Secret, she ends with the doctor with her feet on her face.
That's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's like the question at the end is kind of like, it's open-ended in this beautiful like 80s way, which, you know, it's also like very horror. It's kind of like, what's going to happen now?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like mischievous.
Yeah.
But I don't know, where do you think she goes?
I think that Maddie, I mean, it is supposed to end with ambiguity,
Yeah.
but I'm here and we're talking, so
Yeah.
I'll say it. I mean, I think that she and Jake do not make it. I know, it's so hard. I know, that kills me that you care.
Jake was like empty inside.
Hey! Jake is just, he's kind of...
She deserves better is what I'm saying.
Well, maybe you can rock her in the sequel.
Wait, can you talk about this?
Oh, yeah. I know, he goes, I rock hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but even
In the cheese.
in the chef's
Oh, the
kiss
chef's, right,
on the
right.
posters, I was like, oh,
Right.
yeah, so good. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, yeah, I think she goes, I think they don't make it, you know, because I think to me the ending is about like, you know, Jake has a kind of simplistic, you know, their relationship formed before the movie when she was purely this. So like he's molded himself around that, and he's very like, baby, house, marriage, I love you, you know, and it's kind of black and white with him, and she's become a more integrated person. She's been initiated.
And then what
you know.
happens to Dina?
Well, this is Kate. Kate has beautifully come up with imagine the future for Dina that I think is genius, which is that Dina goes to Sex and Love Addicts Anonymous and like really does the work, but then she starts like, she's like, I'd love to be your sponsor. she falls back into the thing and like turning people into nervous wrecks.
Maddie's just not involved.
With Dina?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with Maddie and Dina, but I think they're gonna have a long path back to each other.
Right. They're giving us the time.
Oh.
So, in closing,
I could sing something.
thank you so much. Seriously, this was so beautiful, and I'm so glad to be able to share it with all the wonderful people that made it. And you're a genius.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
So
Well,
that's genius.
thank you, Jesus.